Hi everyone, it's Allison. We're back again. I went to Trader Joe's, Giant, and Aldi. I got some random things as usual and things that have a purpose. At least I hope that they have a purpose. Some impulse things, which I try to avoid, but I can't resist a sale. I just can't. And some things that are going to last into the weekend. I have a busy weekend of work ahead. I started a new job recently, completed 2 shifts. I am training to be a wedding reception captain, which is basically in charge of the service team of very upscale weddings in our area. It's so much fun. It's so new and so exciting. And it's one of those things that I wasn't expecting in my life. I was really looking for a change from my old job. I will get into a little story about that at the end of this video if you're interested. I got a story for you and maybe hopeful encouragement if you are in the same boat that I was. Anyway, show you what I got from Aldi, Giant, and Trader Joe's. We're starting with Aldi first. I grabbed a bag of this artisanal bread. My daughter likes that for sandwiches and things like that. We're completely out of bread. This is one of the things that I get all the time. I think I did this. Oh, no, I didn't. I haven't shown you guys an Aldi haul yet. Oh my gosh, wait for it. This is my favorite bread that they have. It's the artisan. Boy, that's the word of the day. It's French baguette take and bake. So basically, it's a French baguette. You pop this in the oven. I do it for about 10 minutes and I serve this really with anything, mostly pasta meals. It is like $1.79 and it is so good. Listen, fresh bread in the bakery is like coming out of any store's bakery is expensive. So this lasts for a while. You can freeze it and it's so inexpensive and so good. So I picked that up. Onto some produce. I'm going to show you an item that I can't believe I bought. It was one of those impulse things that I was talking about, and it's just going to die. I don't know why I did it. Well, I know why I did it. Okay, let me stop babbling, and I'll show you what I got first. So I can't resist the produce that is on all these like end cap that as soon as you walk into the store, you see it. It's like the produce deals of the week. And sometimes I pick things up not having a plan with them, and that might have been my mistake today, but hopefully this will hold me accountable to actually use what I bought. So strawberries were on sale. These looked pretty good. I always pick up their scallions or green onions when they have them. So I grabbed a pack of those. All right, so I have some bananas that are on their way out. They're saying bye to me. Bye-bye. We're about to go in the trash as we turn brown. Oh, no. I saw this video on TikTok for this amazing looking banana bread, and holy cow, I'm going to make it. That's why I got a few more riper bananas. I am so excited. Stay tuned for that video coming up on the shorts. This recipe called for a few riper bananas, or no, wait, non-riper bananas. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. So bananas that are not as ripe. So I just grabbed 3. And then also on that end cap was some organic apples. The kids just go through such a fruit phase. One day they're obsessed with apples. 2 days later, they're just not. But Aldi prices are so good. I just grabbed them. Here are, I'm just going to regret this. The cool, refreshing snack, mini cucumbers. They're just adorable, aren't they? I'm going to be pulling these out of the, I'm calling it now. Let's place your bets, people. I'm calling it now. I'm going to be pulling these out of the fridge, and they're going to be squishy and gross in a week or so. I just know it. They were on the end cap. They were on sale. And I'm such a freaking sucker. I'm such a sucker for deals. I just am. I don't know why I got these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Take a picture now. This might be the last time you see these cucumbers looking so good if I clean my fridge out for you next week. I don't know why I did it. Okay, I love it when their organic zucchini is on sale. Their zucchini is beautiful, and I don't have a specific plan for this. There are 2 things that I make with zucchini. I have recipes for them over on the shorts. Check them out. They're the zucchini mini muffins that I add chocolate chips to. Oh, delicious. If you're looking for a muffin that's healthy, made with healthy coconut oil, so none of the like inflammatory vegetable oils, that's usually what I go for if and when I bake. Yeah. And then there's the zucchini pasta that I love to make. We did just have both of those things, so maybe I will throw some holy water on these and see if they last me until next week. I don't know, but they were on sale, so I grabbed those. All right, on to the dry goods. I grabbed a thing of their granola for the kids to go with some Greek yogurt that I got for them, some brown rice that I picked up for this soup recipe that I'm going to make. Don't judge me. These things are like my second favorite chip on planet Earth. I don't care what's in them. They are delicious, and they are so much cheaper at Aldi. The Sun Chips Harvest Cheddar. They are cheaper than the regular grocery store. They are delicious. Like I said, I don't care what's in them. I stocked up on taco seasoning and their little ranch packet seasonings. All right, remember that banana bread I was talking about calls for dark chocolate. So instead of grabbing the dark chocolate bar and just chopping up, which I totally could have done, I wanted the chocolate to be a little bit more even in this banana bread thing that I'm going to make. So I grabbed their dark chocolate chunks. My daughter requested some cereal. And listen, your girl I do not care if things are name brand, whatever. I think that things taste the same, whether they're a store brand or a name brand. So she requested Cocoa Puffs, Fruit Loops, and Apple Jacks. Aldi had their brand of Cocoa Puffs and their brand of Fruit Loops. So we're going to pay less money and get them at Aldi. Onto the refrigerated section. I got some pierogies. One day I'm going to have to learn to make my own. Today is not that day. So I got some pierogies to go with a meal this weekend. I picked the kids up 2 Lunchables, again, just to have on hand for lunches for the weekend. I grabbed some feta cheese. I grabbed some eggs. Thankfully, eggs are back down to a semi-human normal price, so I picked up some organic eggs for baking. I'm going to be making one of my favorite things in the world, caprese salad, later tonight, so I grabbed some of their pre-sliced mozzarella cheese, and this Polish kielbasa is going to go with those pierogies for a meal later this weekend. On to a few more dry goods. I ran out of panko breadcrumbs. I love their breadcrumbs. And this sauerkraut is going with the kielbasa and with the pierogies and with some hot dogs and some things I'm going to show you in a minute. I grabbed some Kalamata olives. I love their artichoke hearts and a can of chickpeas. I think I'm going to make a pasta salad with that next week. But this banana bread with the chocolate chips that I just showed you, it's peanut butter. It's made with peanut butter too. It sounds and looks so good. So I picked up an extra thing of peanut butter in case I didn't have enough. And then my last 3 things that I got at Aldi is some vanilla Greek yogurt to go with that granola for the kids. And I stocked up on some milk. Get the organic vitamin D milk for the kids and my husband, and then I drink almond milk. On to Giant. So Giant is called Giant in my area. I'm in the Philadelphia suburbs. I believe that it's also called Martin's somewhere else in the country, depending on where you live. So Giant Martin's. I picked up just a few things from there, things that I cannot get at Aldi, even at Wegmans, actually. So my poor kid, has been requesting birthday cake ice cream for weeks, and this was the last one that they had. I'm like, am I missing something? Is there a birthday cake ice cream shortage? I don't know, but they had one. So he's going to be a happy camper when he gets home from school today. They had Mrs. Jones chicken and turkey sausages on sale. I have a few of the turkey sausage links in the freezer already, so I just grabbed a pack to have for these for breakfast. Normally I get soft pretzels from Wegmans, the Wegmans brand, because they are really good. The kids love them and they are inexpensive, but I am not hitting Wegmans until next week, so I just grinned and bit the bullet and paid a little bit extra for the super pretzels. The kids actually eat these for breakfast, believe it or not, with like a side of fruit, a hash brown, yogurt, something like that. Now there's an oddball item that I only get at Giant. Sometimes I guess Wegmans, but I'll show you what that is in a second. I stocked up on baked beans. So these baked beans are going with that kielbasa, sauerkraut, and pierogies and hot dogs meal. It's one of our favorites. And now that summer is coming, we'll do hot dogs usually once a week, usually on the weekends. Okay, here's the oddball. I know, you're like, how old are you? You're buying Ovaltine, chocolate malt powder. This is a very specific ingredient in hand at all times. It is how I make my Starbucks dupe. I pour hot espresso on top of this malt powder, top it with ice, and then almond milk for my own homemade version of their chocolate almond milk shaken espresso. It's pretty good, pretty similar to the Starbucks, and it's so much less expensive. So I was running out of my Ovaltine, and I was smart enough to put it on my list and to grab it at Giant. I don't know what's going on, but there is a body armor shortage. It's probably because they're actually on sale at Giant this week. I love mixing a little bit of this body armor light with my water every day. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's at the point where I can't even, it pains me to drink water just plain now. I know, that's so bad. And the peach mango is literally all they had in the light flavor. My favorite is strawberry lemonade, but they were completely out of that. So I just grabbed 2 of these. I actually have a few in the fridge. I was hoping for the strawberry lemonade. They didn't have it, but oh well. Oh well. I grabbed some of this baking spray. Now that I'm home and my schedule is completely changed, I'm hoping to bake a little bit more. I don't bake all the time for one simple reason. My kids might eat a little bit and then they'll be like, we don't like that, or we don't want that, or we're not in the mood for that. And then it goes bad. I hate wasting food. I know, my kids are picky. They just are. I never know. I just never know. 2 things from Frozen. These are the super crispy fries. I showed you the last video from Wegmans where they do sell these now. And I swear they're cheaper at Wegmans too. But like I said, I wasn't hitting Wegmans today. I hit 3 stores and that's my limit. So I grabbed these just to have in the freezer. Then Aldi did not have any of their organic mixed vegetables. This is probably going to go. Jeez. You're like, really, lady? This is going to go with the baked beans, kielbasa, sauerkraut, hot dogs, and pierogi meal. Last but not least, I hit Trader Joe's. And I don't go to Trader Joe's all the time, probably because I just get very specific things there, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I just do. I like to budget as best as I can and get as much as I can from Aldi or from places like Giant when things are on sale, etc. Anyway, I digress. So if you have never had these dark chocolate almond butter pretzel nuggets from Trader Joe's, let me tell you, you are missing out. I have 1 or 2 of these because they're pretty, they're big, but there's a decent amount of the dark chocolate on these that 1 or 2 just does me in. I'm good. I'm not a sweets eater, but I will put salt on salt, which is probably, it's just as bad. It's so bad. It really is. It really is. But on occasion, I like to have something sweet at night after dinner, and 1 or 2 of these will do me in. If you've never tried them, they are so delicious. I highly recommend them. Love to put sliced almonds on stuff, especially when we're having like Asian inspired, like fried rice or noodles or salads and things like that. And I haven't had them in a while, so I grabbed a bag of their sliced almonds. My son does like these half moon cookies. This was definitely a little bit of a treat, but I know he'll like them and he will eat those. I decided to give their chunky guacamole a try. It was a little bit less expensive than Wegmans. And yeah, it said made with Greek yogurt. So I was like, okay, a little bit lower fat. I normally make my own guacamole, but we know that the life cycle of an avocado is, oh yeah, good luck with that. So I just decided to get that for the fridge while I was there and save that for our next taco night. I have some plans in the future for this pearled couscous. I love rice. I love like rice pilaf. I know that there's salt and I don't even care. I don't even care what's in the seasoning packet. This stuff is so good. We're going to have this hopefully with some kind of fish for dinner next week. And now that it's almost summer and we're coming up on like outdoor grilling and cooking season, they had a nice variety of barbecue sauces to choose from. I decided to go for this Carolina Gold one. It said it was like sweet and tangy and smoky. And we're going to make some barbecue chicken with that. Oh my gosh, it's literally never ending. So these are the hot dog buns that are going with, you guys get it. Okay, it's going with the hot dog meal that we're having this weekend, I should say. And I definitely cheated. I cheated on Aldi. I cheated on my take and bake baguette from Aldi because I also got a French baguette from Trader Joe's because these are really, really good. The Aldi ones are good. These are really, really good. And they're only $1.99 and Aldi's are $1.79. So I thought, you know what? It never hurts to have an extra bread on hand. You could throw that in the freezer. Hopefully, I think we're going to eat that later tonight though. Mandarin orange chicken. It's a Trader Joe's favorite. It's a staple. Everyone loves it. It's one of my daughter's favorite things. We're going to have this for a meal next week along with these vegetable bird's nest. Basically just coated in tempura batter. They are like zucchini and onion. These are so good. They're addicting, actually. They're one of my favorite things. And then we're going to have, along with that, some vegetable spring rolls. These are really good. I picked up 2 of those, one to have for next week and one to just put ahead in the freezer. Same thought process with these mini vegetable samosas. So these are more of like an Indian flavor, an Indian appetizer. I love to make korma chicken and different crock pot Indian chickens. So again, being that I was there, I decided to pick them up and then I'll put them away in the freezer for a future use. Whether the kids are going to go for these, I don't know. I know, they're just baby pancakes. Like, what's the deal? But my kids, like I said, they're either in the mood or they're not. They go through phases. But I thought, okay, just to give them another option for breakfast. Yeah, I cheated on Aldi. I just cheated on Wegmans. If you guys saw my Wegmans haul from last week, I was just praising their frozen pizza, which is honestly my favorite. It's my favorite frozen pizza. But again, while I was at Trader Joe's, I do like this one too. It's not as good as Wegmans, but it's like $1 cheaper. Their organic roasted vegetable pizza. I grabbed it while I was there. I'm sorry, Wegmans. I know I have strayed from you, but it's one of those things just to have it on hand to avoid going and getting takeout, that kind of thing. All right, so we got a $62.62 for Trader Joe's, $81.25 for Aldi, and $31.80 for Giant. You don't want to hear my story about work and job and life and if you're feeling stuck in your job, thank you for watching. I create dinner inspiration, seasonal and holiday recipes over on the shorts, and then weekly grocery hauls and things like that. So if you're into things like that, feel free to subscribe and come back and see me again. If you've stuck around, thank you. So here's what happened. I clicked on Indeed, which is a job search website, not even knowing where to look because it's like I have a lot of experience and education, but unfortunately my experience is very specified in one particular field. I didn't even know where to look. I happened to see this job posting for a catering company. I knew that my girlfriend, one of my best friends who I trust and love dearly, is a wedding planner. And this catering company specifies with weddings. So I sent her a Facebook message and I said, hey, what do you think about this? You think I could do this? Now, I've been a server my entire life. I have bartending experience. So I've always been in hospitality at different points in my life. She said, send me a screenshot. Show me what you got. And she said, that's the company I work for. And then she went on to tell me just about there's endless opportunities for work and doing different things. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So that was a Wednesday. I applied. I got an email for an interview that Friday. I had 2 interviews that Monday, and I was hired that Wednesday. I've never been through a faster process, and I think my mind is still swirling over it. And then less than 2 weeks after I applied and was hired for this position, I was already working my first training shift. Like I said, I have been in a very specific field, not making very much money despite my degrees that I have for a long time. And I was really feeling stuck. And I have anxiety. I have mild ADD. And the thought of looking for jobs, it is overwhelming. It's a full-time job, looking for a new job, updating your resume to be specific to that job. And I just was feeling like I don't even know where to look. I don't know what to do. And I just did it. I can't explain the actual, how it just worked. But my encouragement to you is if you are feeling stuck, you are the one that's keeping yourself stuck. And I know that everyone's situation is different and everyone's education and experience is different, but you're not stuck, or you're not as stuck as you think that you are. And to just encourage you to just look and to open up your mind and your heart to the possibility that there is something else out there. I never in a million years would have thought that I would be going back into the service industry, simply because working in restaurants, as much as I liked it, and that was where I last sort of left off several years ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, I guess. The hours are not that I don't work long hours now, but you have to work a certain amount of days and shifts that start at certain times. And the tips and things with restaurants are just not guaranteed. So I really, although I could have done that this whole time, I didn't want to, I don't know, I just didn't think about it for some reason. I got a pay raise hourly, and there is amazing opportunity to basically earn more than what I was making in 5 days in 2 shifts. And the biggest factor for me is that I will be able to be home with my children this summer. I wasn't home with them last summer. My mother-in-law really stepped in and helped me. My kids are older. They could be home by themselves if they needed to be. They're almost 13 and 10. However, it really hit me recently with my son promoting from 6th grade and moving on to middle school in this coming September, that holy cow, this might be the last summer that I have where he wants to do summer bucket list stuff with mom. That was really my thought, is I really don't want to leave these kids home all this summer. I just don't. And we can't afford camp. Camp is like a college tuition around here, and they don't really care for camp. So my point is, and if you're still here, thank you. My point is, if you're feeling stuck, open your mind and your manifestation, whatever it is you believe, to the universe, whatever, open just up the possibility that things can change and that there is possible for something different to be out there for you. So if you're feeling stuck, know that you and your thoughts are potentially one of the only things that are keeping you stuck, and just open your mind up that it doesn't have to stay that way. Anyway, if you stuck with me for this long, thanks for joining me. I just wanted to give a little bit of encouragement because this is something that I've gone through just very recently with my life, and I hope that maybe this can encourage you too. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me and listening to my rambling, and I hope you come back and see me again. Take care.